Hi everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. In this video, we are going to learn about this keyword in JavaScript. This is one of those tricky but important topics that every developer needs to understand. So why do we even need to learn this? Because it is at the core of how JavaScript function execute. The meaning of this changes based on context. You will run into it when working with the objects, DOM, or event handling, and especially frameworks like React or Node.js. So if you understand this, you will avoid a lot of bugs and confusion. Alright, so what is this? In JavaScript, this refers to the execution context. You can think of it as answering the question who is calling this function. The value of this can change depending on where it is used in the global scope, in object method, normal function, arrow function, or inside the event handler. So let's start with the global scope. If you write this console.log this in a browser, you will see the window object here. The window object, like you will see here, this window as an object. But if you write this in the strict mode in a VS Code, if you call a function, this will see a given undefined here instead of defaulting to the global object as you see in the browser. Next is this in the object method. So here we have an person object with a greet method. Since we are calling person.greet here, and this point to the object itself, so the output is here JD. As you see, the output is JD here because here this refers to this person object, and in person we have this name here, so this refers to this name directly. Next is this in the functions. When you call a function normally like this is either the global object in non-strict mode or undefined in strict mode. So it depends on how the function is invoked. So if I run this, I will get undefined here. But if I run in a non-strict mode, now you will get an object here, as this is a non-strict mode. I did not write a use strict here as compared to this here. I write a use strict here. So it's depend on how the function is invoked, whether it is in strict mode or non-strict mode. Next is the arrow function. The arrow function don't have their own this. Instead, they capture this from the surrounding scope. In this example, the surrounding scope is the global one, not the object. So this dot name is undefined here. If I write here, if I run this, I will get undefined here. So these are the some as array of function and normal functions. So as we already see, this in the global scope, this in object methods, this in functions, this in arrow functions. So let's summarize what we have learned so far. This depends on how a function is called, not where it is written. In the global scope, it is a window or undefined. Inside an object method, it is an object. In a normal function, depends on the caller, like a normal function or a arrow function. In an arrow function, it takes this from the outer scope, from the lexical scope, you can also call. And that is for this video on this keyword in JavaScript. In next video, we will take this further and look at call, apply, and bind method that really let us explicitly control what this should be. So if this was helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to JDCodebase. See you in the next one.